Get ready for some surprising news about Prince Harry, Meghan Markle, and Prince Andrew. Prince Harry has signed a custody agreement regarding his children, Archie and Lyot. Yeah, I would not have taken this far if I didn't have compelling evidence or facts that reveal why the decision was made. This is already big news and would get everyone talking. But there's more. After signing this custody deal, Harry revealed something significant. He discovered a secret connection between Meghan and Prince Andrew. He had this information for a while, but decided it was time for everyone to know. There has been a lot of talk about Harry and Meghan's marriage and many rumors. But this situation is different. This is not just celebrity gossip. This involves signed legal documents and important revelations. It raises questions about surprising alliances no one expected. Now, everyone is wondering what Harry learned, what the connection is between Meghan and Andrew, and why signing the custody agreement led him to share this information. The latest details are shocking and are changing how people view the events of the past few years. They are also raising serious questions about what will happen next. In this video, we will discuss what Harry signed, what he revealed about Meghan and Andrew, how he found out the truth, why this connection might exist, how the palace is responding, and what this means for everyone involved. This story is breaking right now. Let's dive into it. The custody bombshell. Harry signs the deal. Let's start with the first bombshell. Prince Harry has signed a legal custody agreement for his two children, Archie and Lyot. This agreement is official and essential for several reasons. Typically, people sign custody agreements when they are separating, divorcing, or changing their living arrangements. These agreements detail who has the kids, when, where they will live, decisions about their education and health care, and how travel is arranged. This is especially relevant for Harry since his family is in the UK. Details about Harry's agreement are still coming out. However, sources say that the deal ensures Harry has significant custody rights and time with his children regardless of what happens in his marriage. This appears to be a protective measure that he felt was necessary. Timing is also essential. Reports suggest this agreement was signed very recently, indicating that something in Harry's situation has changed, making these arrangements urgent. The agreement would be governed by California law since the Sussexes live there. However, Harry's British citizenship and his children's royal status add complexity to the situation. Notably, Harry signed this agreement before revealing information about Meghan and Andrew. This order matters. He secured his legal rights regarding his children first and then shared what he knew. This shows he acted thoughtfully and strategically to protect his relationship with his children. For years, people have speculated about Harry and Meghan's marriage. While they have always appeared united publicly, this custody agreement suggests that Harry was preparing for a different future. It hints at a future that may not include the partnership he has always supported. This leads to a bigger question. What prompted Harry to sign this custody agreement and expose secrets that could significantly affect his life? The marriage in crisis. What led to this point? To understand the custody agreement, we first need to look at the state of Harry and Meghan's marriage leading up to this point. For years, Harry and Meghan have shared their story as a romantic tale. They portray themselves as a couple who faced challenges together, with Harry giving up his royal life for Meghan. They have built a new life in California, free from royal duties. However, recent reports suggest that the reality is more complicated. Sources say their household is under stress. Their expensive Montecito mansion with 16 bathrooms has become a place of tension. Harry and Meghan reportedly spend a lot of time apart in the house, and their schedules often don't align. The image they present publicly appears to be for appearance's sake. They have faced professional setbacks, too. Their Spotify deal, meant to launch their media career, ended after one season of Meghan's podcast. Reports say they were difficult to work with. Their Netflix projects have produced mixed results, raising doubts about future work. Their business ventures have not provided the financial stability they expected. On a personal level, they struggle with high costs. Security in America costs millions every year and the mortgage is significant. Their expected income has not come through as planned. During this time, Harry has been reflecting on his choices, what he gave up, and whether his current life is what he truly wants. Some reports say Harry regrets completely distancing himself from his family. He misses parts of royal life and is unsure if leaving was the right choice. This internal conflict, which Meghan may not fully understand, has created distance between them. Additionally, they face questions about their compatibility. Harry grew up with a sense of duty and service, while Meghan comes from an entertainment background focused on personal branding and independence. Initially, these differences seem to complement each other. Over time, however, these differences have led to conflict. In this context, Harry discovered something that changed everything. It highlighted the existing problems in his marriage and made them feel much more serious. This discovery involves Meghan and a surprising connection to someone Harry didn't expect. The secret connection. Meghan and Andrew. Harry recently made some serious claims. He's allegedly revealed that Meghan Markle and Prince Andrew have a secret connection. This involves communication and an alliance that Harry was unaware of and that the public didn't know about either. It's important to note that this situation is different from Andrew's past scandals, such as his ties to Jeffrey Epstein. Instead, this situation involves two people who feel distanced from the royal family, supposedly coming together over shared issues. So, what is this connection? Reports say that Meghan and Andrew have been talking for a while. Their conversations focus on their grievances against the royal family. Both believe they were mistreated and that the palace did not protect them as it should have. They have frustrations they want to address. The conversations went beyond just complaining. Sources indicate they discuss strategies to put pressure on the palace and how to use the information they each have. They may also have brainstormed ways to present their stories to the public that would benefit both of them. Andrew, despite his past troubles, knows a lot about how the royal family operates. He possesses valuable information about their secrets and weaknesses. Meghan, on the other hand, has a strong public presence and good media connections. She can shape public narratives in ways that Andrew can no longer do because of his reputation. Their supposed arrangement involved sharing knowledge from Andrew and leveraging Meghan's media presence to support each other while keeping their partnership hidden. This news raises questions about Meghan's intentions. If she collaborated with Andrew, a heavily criticized member of the royal family, while claiming to be a victim of that family alongside Harry, it suggests she may be more calculating than her critics have claimed. For Harry, finding out about this alleged connection could be devastating. It would challenge everything he believes about Meghan and their joint efforts. Harry's discovery, how he found out. The main question is, how did Harry learn about the rumored connection between his wife Meghan and his uncle Andrew? Sources say that Harry's discovery happened gradually, not all at once. It started with minor signs that confused him. Meghan began acting more protective of her phone. Conversation stopped when he walked into the room. She mentioned things she shouldn't have known unless someone in the family told her. Harry started paying closer attention. He didn't actively look for evidence, but he noticed patterns and inconsistencies. The story Meghan told him didn't always match what he saw. Then he found solid evidence. Sources differ on how he got it. Some say he found messages directly. Others say a staff member or mutual contact informed him. Regardless, Harry found proof that Meghan was communicating with Andrew. The exchanges between them made it clear their relationship was not casual. They were in ongoing contact, planning strategies, discussing how to pressure the royal family and what information to use at different times. This discovery devastated Harry. He felt betrayed but also questioned his own choices. He had given up everything for Meghan, his family, his country, his position, and even parts of his identity. He had defended her against those who doubted her motives, thereby weakening his ties with his brother, father, and the royal institution. Now he saw evidence suggesting that Meghan had been playing a different game. Her complaints about the palace might have been part of a larger strategy rather than genuine feelings. After the initial discovery, Harry was quiet for days. He needed time to process everything and think about what to do. First, he focused on protecting his relationship with his children. Then, he decided to expose the truth, no matter the consequences. Why Andrew? Understanding the unlikely alliance. Let's take a moment to understand why Meghan and Andrew might all lie. At first glance, they seem very different. Meghan is a former actress and duchess and is now a philanthropist in California. Andrew is a disgraced prince who faces protests whenever he appears in public. However, if we look more closely, there's a reason behind their potential partnership. First, both are now outsiders to the royal family. Meghan chose to leave but has had a hostile relationship with the palace since then. Andrew was removed against his will, but he also feels rejected. Neither is welcomed in the royal inner circle and neither has the access or influence they once enjoyed. They are both unhappy about this. Second, each of them has valuable assets. Andrew has a wealth of knowledge. His years as a senior royal give him insight into palace operations, family secrets, financial arrangements, and strategic decisions. He knows things that could embarrass the royal family, and his silence suggests he is holding on to this information. Meghan, on the other hand, has a platform. Despite the criticism she faces, she still gets significant media attention. She knows journalists, producers, and content creators, allowing her to shape stories in ways Andrew cannot. Her voice is still influential. Third, both have similar complaints against the palace. Andrew feels abandoned by his family when he needed help. Meghan believes the institution failed to protect her from media attacks. Whether these feelings are justified isn't the main point. What matters is that both feel wronged by the same institution. When we put this all together, the idea of an alliance makes sense. Andrew can share insider knowledge and perspectives. While Meghan offers media savvy and a public platform. Together, they could pressure the palace in ways they cannot do alone. The big question is what they want to achieve. Is it rehabilitation for Andrew, more concessions for Meghan, or revenge against the institution that hurt them both? The exact goals are unclear, but the logic of their partnership is evident. For Harry, realizing this does not lessen the feeling of betrayal, but it helps explain why Meghan would seek out such an unlikely connection. It's not about friendship or family. It's about gaining leverage. It's about strategy and using every tool to reach their goals. The fallout. Royal family reacts. When Harry's revelations became public, the palace went into crisis mode. This situation is very troubling. Harry has claimed that his wife coordinated secretly with his disgraced brother, Andrew. This story is precisely what tabloids love and what the palace communication team dreads. King Charles reportedly reacted with exhausted frustration. For years, he has tried to manage the Andrew situation. He wanted to keep Andrew quiet, limit his public appearances, and avoid further embarrassment. The possibility that Andrew communicated secretly with Meghan, sharing family information, undermines all of Charles's careful work. Prince William's reaction was quite different, leaning more towards anger. He believes this confirms his suspicions about Meghan. He's always thought she was manipulative, had ulterior motives, and was using Harry. The alleged connection between Meghan and Andrew dramatically validates his concerns. Now there is the issue of what to do with Andrew. He is already mostly out of public life, but this news, if true, shows he may have acted against the family's interests. This could be considered a profound betrayal. Some sources say there are talks about whether Andrew should lose his remaining titles or be removed from the line of succession. The palace's public response is careful. They haven't made any statements confirming or denying the news. However, behind the scenes, they are actively managing the fallout. They want to control what information gets out and shape the narrative to prevent further damage. Harry himself is in a complex position. His revelations harm the family, but he is also a victim, feeling betrayed by his wife. Some in the palace see a chance for reconciliation. If Harry's marriage ends, could he return to the family? William doubts that it will happen. Too much has been said and done, but Charles remains hopeful and is open to conversations. Whether those talks will occur is uncertain. What happens now? The future for all involved. What happens next? Let's break down the key players and their futures. Harry has agreed to a custody plan and revealed Meghan's connection to Andrew. It looks like his marriage is over. Now he faces legal proceedings, including custody arrangements, as he figures out what life as a single father will be like. There is talk about whether he might return to the UK and if he can repair his relationship with his family. The custody agreement suggests he plans to stay in America for now, but he will need to redefine his ties to Britain and his family. Meghan is in a tough spot. Her alleged link to Andrew harms her public image. She has presented herself as a victim of the royal family, claiming they mistreated her. However, if she were secretly working with Andrew, who is already a significant problem for the family, maintaining that image would become harder. Her media work, charity efforts, and public persona are all complicated by this news. If they divorce, the court details could make things even worse for her. Andrew has made his situation worse. His disgrace was already serious, but being revealed as someone who shared family secrets with Meghan adds to his betrayal. His relationship with the royal family is now even more strained. His future looks more isolated than ever. The real victims here are the children Archie and Lyatt. They will be affected no matter what happens between their parents. The custody agreement shows Harry wants to be an active father, which is good, but growing up amid a highly public and messy divorce with a royal background they may never fully experience will be complicated for them. As for the royal family, this situation continues to harm the institution. Each scandal lowers public support and family conflicts make people question the monarchy's purpose. Charles is trying to modernize and simplify the institution, but these ongoing dramas make that very difficult. What do you think will happen next? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe because this story is still unfolding. Thanks for watching. See you next time.